Thoughts on Mr. Beast? He's like a weirdly controversial figure in the YouTube space. I can't really deal with watching the videos myself. They're a bit too like I don't know, they're so like tailor made for the engagement, and you can like feel it.
He's always been very good at that. He is like, this is like the late stage YouTube engagement sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
But he makes good content in that sense, right? He's like the Marvel movies when they were at their peak, at least.
Right.
He's like the Marvel movies of YouTube is like, oh, you figured out exactly what sells, and you're making something that like most people, if they watched it, would not like dislike, I guess.
Yeah.
Children love it. Some adults love it. Yeah, I mean, like, he's got like good concepts for videos. For a while, I knew nothing about him other than everybody was just trying to suck his dick on Twitter because they thought he would give them money, like an Elon Musk type.
Yeah.
Where if someone's known for their money, you'll see a lot of people just being like, "Oh, please, I love everything you do." Which is not a commentary on him; it's a commentary on the other people that surround him. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any issue with him, really.
Yeah, it's one kind of weird knock-on effect I feel like I've seen, like kind of as a response to the Mr. Beast popularity and movement, is kind of a resurgence of, do you remember during the It's Just a Prank era, there was like, just before that, there was this whole like social experiment like obsession, where it's like, I'm going to go up and like film a homeless person and do something that makes me look good type thing. Not saying that Mr. Beast does that necessarily, but I've seen like a uprising on like people doing that kind of content again in like YouTube shorts, and like, I'm gonna go up to a homeless person and offer them 500 quid or double it to the next person, and we're gonna do this whole like, let's all feel good about giving each other money type thing. I don't know.
If a politician is improving people's lives and their only motivation is to get elected the next year and they don't actually care, I still think it's a good thing. If the net result is people's lives being improved. And in that same sense, on a different, smaller scale, if Mr. Beast is only curing people's blindness to look good, I think the net result is still a good thing. One could, the actions of like an empath and a sociopath, if it's the same action, I'm going to think that it's a good action, that it's a net good for people. We might think differently about the person, maybe, but I mean, it's what, you want to stop him from like being a good person? I mean, I guess the other end of the conversation is just tax people more, but I mean, he's not like a billionaire. He just spends a lot of money on he just puts a lot back into the content. He makes a lot of money. He's probably hundreds of millions at this point. I don't know, tens of millions. He's at least a tens of millions of heir.
And I feel like him being kind of at the top of the hierarchy makes sense, and it doesn't like annoy me like T-Series or something, like a big thing like that. I like that it's someone who like loves YouTube, I guess, and like understands it, and not just like a megacorp type thing that just is at the top. Yeah, but it's not like I'm just not that passionate either way about him, to be honest.
I think he's pretty cool, and that only saying that because of I want him to give me money. I think there's some. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. But he just also kind of seems like a machine. Just like the end result of like an AI that's like the some people will use, I forget what it's called. I think they make like scripts to like beat a Mario game or something in ways that are much more precise than a normal human being could. It feels like that, but like the YouTube algorithm, where like he's like an AI that was trained to figure out exactly how to like min-max fucking YouTube.
Yeah, it is very min-maxy. Yeah. Down to the thumbnails and everything with like overexposed kind of colors and the faces doing the certain expressions.
And everybody copies him. He's like, he is what people copy, which you're doing something right if everybody's fucking trying to copy you, or at least you're being successful at it. Yeah, it's cool that... remember I was telling you about that like really terrible video from... what the fuck is their name? Sunny V2.
Yeah.
So like it is kind of cool that like Mr. Beast, I don't even know his name. The Beastie Boy.
Beast Boy.
It's cool that, you know, he's retained that friend Chris and accepted them for who they are and hasn't like you know, diminished their presence on the channel. Which is, I mean, depending on what circle you're in, it's like, okay, that's the least someone could do. But in a lot of other circles, considering how popular he is and considering he is at the top, and in order for him to have that audience, there's got to be a huge chunk of like either children or conservatives or both that just don't think trans people should be in a video and think that it's like inherently a bad thing. So I like that he is kind of just going like, no, I'm, you know, fuck it. Whatever. He's still at the top. It hasn't hurt his brand. And I'm glad that he didn't get scared about that and caved into the hive mind of, you know.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that much is cool about him.